And welcome to the Dumb Shit Podcast. It's your boy Shiv. I'll be your host for the day, and we are going to talk about a lot of stuff. This podcast exists because I am a man of limited capacities, capabilities, and talents, but my friends are not. And most of the individuals that you are going to see throughout this entire season are individuals who are super capable, and we're going to have an amazing season. So for the finale episode, we have a very special guest. We have Ekta from Ekta's Gatherings, and she's here to talk about how she built a community of 2,500 plus members with regular meetups every single week. So you all better go follow her on Instagram. She goes by Ekta C on her private profile, and she also has the Ekta's Gatherings profile, which I think you should go look up, sign up to, and perhaps meet me at one of the Ekta's Gatherings events because I happen to attend a lot of these. And we are going to speak a lot about how she built the community, what it took, the ideas, principles, and the likes that it takes to kind of have a community running for as long as she has, and with such loyal following. So before we get into much ado, let's get into the episode and cheers. Hello and welcome back to the Dumb Shit Podcast. And we are shooting our final episode here with Ekta today. And it's been a long journey. It's been quite amazing, the people we have talked to and found out about. And I hope that, this journey continues. But before I announce anything that I may not be able to, uh, you know, stand up to, let's just focus on what we are here to do today. Yeah, Ekta, how are you and what's going on? Please tell us a little bit about yourself to begin with.
Okay, so my name is Ekta, and my full name is Ekta Singh. If you'd like to know my full name,
Nice.
and what else did you ask me?
Okay, a quick intro to Ekta. Also met her at Ekta's gatherings, and most of the setup, the podcast idea, and all of these things. Most of the guests, uh, in one way or another, we are connected,
Yeah.
and we've kind of more or less uh, the other studio that we have shot at. That's also been somebody. Is owned by somebody who I met at Ekta's gathering. So Ekta's doing some incredible work. Y'all should come join us. And if you don't, you already know the consequences. I think I've spoken about it enough. And yeah, so Ekta, regarding this community,
Yes.
it's been largely, I think, one of the most I don't know. It's been one of those very exclusive kind of communities, which is also kind of inclusive. So it's like right at the
Right.
uh,
Yeah.
sweet spot.
Yeah.
And I've definitely gotten a lot from the community. Like I've made a
Right.
lot of friends. I've even met somebody that
Yeah.
I went on a couple of dates with, and the like.
Right.
It was really fun. And also, I mean, it's just in general like a
Yeah.
very nice starting point for me for somebody who has not been very social for like almost 6 years, and now suddenly I find myself in the middle of a bunch of these social interactions and the likes.
Yeah.
It's been insane. I mean, the community has kind of given me all of it, and
Thank
Ekta's
you.
gathering has been incredible.
Right. Thanks a lot, Shivankar. It means a lot. Actually, what you asked about me, my name is Ekta, and I've actually been curating experiences in the city in the areas of art and culture, and music, poetry, wellness, environment, entertainment, all of this. In fact, all the things I have aligned with over years, over as a personality, as a person, as things that inspire me. Ekta's Gatherings is a space of inspiration, mainly, I would say, and all the things that inspire me have, consolidated in this form, and also it's ever evolving. So I started with poetry, and then it took shape into movement, art, like artistic pursuits, movement, music. Music has been a huge part of my work. Wellness, environment, science, psychology, dating. I mean, I've explored a lot. So I would say my work is ever evolving, and that's how the nature of it has been. And I'm just going with the flow of where it wants to go.
That's she said. uh,
Yes.
uh, Tell us a little bit more about
Yes.
the origin of where the idea of the community came from, and also like how it has changed your life, because
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning at one time that you were an introvert
Yes.
and now we're here. So like, yeah, what's up
Absolutely.
with that?
Absolutely. And the thing is that my work is my personal journey in many sense, in a large sense, because I identified as an introvert person in college. I would barely talk to anybody. In fact, I was always found in very isolated spaces in the college. Even my friends would, actually,
That sounds very shady, but do tell.
but you know what I mean? Like one of those girls who's not interacting with people and just by herself. So I was popular for that actually in
Okay.
college. Yeah. And then it so happened that I took up my first corporate job, and I was so fried, as they say it. Like I was burnt out with that job. And it just took me 1.5 years to realize it was not my thing. And then I went on a journey of self discovery in some sense. I think went into a very bad shape because of that, that patch of work which exhausted me physically, mentally, and I was just like done with life and everything. And then I'm like, okay, now what do we do? And I started with something. Someone told me that the company of children heal you. Someone had actually just prompted me, and I'm like, okay, let me try and see if I can explore a space with children where I can feel better. So my journey began with wanting to feel better
Around children.
around. I mean, someone recommended, you can feel better with children
Was
around
it a
children.
man or a woman?
It was a guy. It was a like
That
senior.
is very Jeffrey Epstein like, but we were so sorry for interview. Please go on.
Well, but the outcome was not such. Like
Yeah, thank
the
God.
outcome
Yes, yes.
was different. Okay. So I actually explored, like working with in the company of children, and I felt really I started to heal myself a little bit, and I just jumped on that wave of feeling better, and then someone told me, you know what, this is not going to pay you, so do you want to like really make some money also in life? I said, yeah, that's a good idea. And then I took up a job, which was a startup, and it was into networking and connecting. That's where I developed my interest and my love for connecting people. I remember the first time two people actually got connected through my networking event. They sent me flowers at my desk. And they're like, Ekta, thank you for doing this because I found my co-founder today. And
Oh,
I'm like,
fancy.
oh, wow. This
Can you
actually,
name the brand?
it was really long ago.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember it. But it was somebody who found their co-founder through my meetup that I'd done. And that actually made me feel so good that I'm like, oh wow, this actually helps people. Like also it changes people's lives. So that good feeling kind of stayed. I lingered on to it, I continued doing that connecting work, and it just kept giving me a lot as a person, as somebody who enjoys making two people, feel really nice about connecting, basically. So I went on that, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to always continue doing startup events. And then I'm like, let's explore poetry, because poetry is something that I grew up with. I wrote poetry. I read a lot of poetry as a child, as a 7-year-old and 8-year-old. So I'm like, okay, I'll do a Tagore event, a tribute to Tagore, and I'm just going to try it because I was so shy. You won't believe it. I didn't even have a mic for my gig because I was so uncomfortable with mics and with the way I sounded. I appeared, like everything. I was super conscious. And I did it. And actually, some people did turn up for those events. And I'm like, what? People actually came for this. And then I was very happy and also very nervous now that people have appeared. I have to actually hold a space for them. I started, doing that, and turns out, I think years later, about 1,000 gatherings I've probably done, and each time it's makes me nervous, but it also helps me overcome the fear of being an introvert. So I think I'm just inspired by being an introvert.
That is insanely lovely. You can see how introverts start hosting community events for other introverts. Perhaps that's kind of cute also. And additionally, what I want to kind of understand is,
Yeah.
so tell me a little bit more about this pursuit of yours, because I understand that a lot of it has come from trying to master your introversion, but this entire pursuit of this passion, perhaps,
Yes.
has it been largely exploratory in nature, or has it been more like let's master this one format at a time?
That's a
Yeah.
lovely question, actually. It makes me think because
Many thanks.
yeah, no, actually, I would say it's an exploration, but more largely it's an experiment. My dad is a scientist, and I do feel like I've acquired some of his qualities, which is exploring and researching and experimenting. I'm a huge believer of experiments, and I'm a huge believer of failing in experiments. So I'm all open for trying and failing. So that's what has led me into doing a variety of things because I'm not scared. Like what's the worst that can happen? Like people won't turn up, fine. We'll do another thing, and people will turn up. So that's what has kept me going. So it's your question to answer your question, and it's an exploration, but it's not a casual exploration. It's slightly more deeper or more meaningful for me, which is an experiment, which is literally targeted to achieve a certain thing, which is to see how this works. Does it work or does it not work? Let's find out by doing it. So it's
Essentially,
literally,
it's like the mastery of exploration. Like you could call it that. Like,
exploration, mastery. Because I mean, mastery is such a strong word because I haven't become a master yet. It's just a pursuit of mastery,
huh.
right? So I would simply stick to pursuit and experiment. I would say.
Very humble, humility pro max. And like, quickly before we move on to the next question, guys, Ekta's Gatherings is very much live on Instagram. If y'all want updates, y'all can join the WhatsApp announcement community. And if you qualify, she will also invite you to the group. And I think perhaps there is a permission system. So yeah, be your best self. Come attend Ekta's Gatherings, especially open tables, super fun.
Yeah.
And also from time to time, we've seen all of these like poetry gatherings and the like.
Yes, a lot of
It's-
music,
lot of
Indian
music.
classical, like
And the theater and the movies and the
Theatre
likes.
and
It's
movies.
it's awesome. Like if you are in Bangalore and you think that Bangalore doesn't have events and the likes, all you need to do is follow Ekta's Gathering. Also because I will threaten you, I'll threaten your life if you don't follow. So do your best not to die at my hands and the likes. But anyway, coming back to, I think, one of the final questions that I've asked
Yes.
every guest on this podcast,
Yes.
I think over time, is what is this one thing that you would perhaps, it doesn't have to be limited to one thing. I'm just making the question up
Right.
right now,
Right,
as we've
right.
seen.
Right.
So, what is something you would like to tell somebody who's starting out, curating events the way that you do?
Right. Oh wow! Actually, I get a lot of people looking to do that. In fact, I've met a lot of people who want to do curation and want to do this community. I mean, I've understood that a lot of people have used the word community building very casually. I think it's like a path. It's not something you do it just because. One thing I've understood is that when you're building something, don't think that just because you like it, you believe in it, that people will turn up for it. That doesn't work like that. That's one thing I would like to say, people, that just because you believe in it doesn't mean it will resonate with someone. There are times when you'll also have to think what could resonate with someone. What is that someone needs in order to be a part of your journey, right? So it's like, understanding what one needs. It's like a transaction. It's not just one place. Okay, I'm having the space and now I have all of these ideas. I'm going to put all of them down together and everybody is going to appear. No. I mean, I have not experienced that for myself. So when I say an experiment, an ongoing experiment, I understand that, while I'm at it, I'm also understanding the needs of people. What do people need? So, when I'm curating, one thing I always keep in mind is what the community needs or what people need. Like, I work from there many a times, and of course, it's a healthy mix of what I feel deeply about and what people need. So, I figure out rhythm with that. So for people who are
Fair.
starting out, I would like to say that start out with what you like, definitely, but evolve in understanding what others need. So that's the path one should take usually.
Fair enough.
And you can't just stick with what you know or what you like. You have to evolve with the community, and that's how you can create more. I think.
Fair enough. That's a lot of insights. Y'all go ponder over this now. Yeah.
Right.
And So nothing's guaranteed, but yeah, Ekta, would you be open to co-hosting season 2 with me if if it comes down to that and we get
Definitely.
these brands to finally pay up and sponsor us?
Definitely, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
I do see your your updates and your effort in making something happen, which I find you're very cool like that, and I'm happy to support this in any way.
Many thanks and best regards.
All right. Thank you.
And before we get done with this, I have a couple of gifts for you.
How nice.
So please
Wow,
accept my
thank
gifts.
you.
So
This
I
is a
got you
lot.
something for summer.
Oh.
So you have this T-shirt. You can open it up and show it to the
Actually,
crowd.
black is my mood, my color these
Okay.
days. So it's oh wow, this looks
Yeah.
so cool.
So this is your liver logo. Since I'm alcoholic, guys. Yeah, that's what's up. And,
And then
once you
there's-
appear on the podcast, you also get the certification of being smart shit. So
Thank you for certifying me, Shivankar.
cheers. And also
Cheers.
I got your winters covered.
Oh
So,
wow!
yeah.
I have a whole season with DS.
Yes. And yeah, you can also buy the merch on the DS web
So
store.
lovely.
And definitely the link will be put somewhere here in the description, or you'll find it. You won't be left, kind of like confused about where to go. Or go to Life of Shivankur's Instagram page. And before we end the podcast, one big shout out to Infinity at Indiranagar, Bengaluru. You have to come smell it at least. Like, just come to smell tea. That's sufficient. The rest will be taken care of by Gaurav,
Yes.
who we've spoken to on the other episode. So yeah, that brings us to an end. The season's been great. The people have been amazing. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ekta.
Thank you so much.
And million views required. Cheers.
That's it. Nothing less than that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
LFG, LFG.
What is allergy?
Great. Now that you're done watching our finale episode for the season, I'm super happy to say that it's been an amazing journey. Don't forget to hit like, drop a comment, and tell us what else you'd like to see. And obviously, click on that subscribe button because it means a lot to me. It's free for you. And don't forget to sign up on our Patreon. We have a lot of exclusive content that's coming up there, a lot of behind the scenes. Every aspect of this that is not here will be found there. And don't forget that we have another season coming. There's a lot more content. There's a lot of stuff that you can still discover that I have not yet explored, And don't forget to follow Life of Shivankur on Instagram. I'll see y'all. It's been a great season. Thank you all for watching. Cheers. LFG. You better get here or face my wrath. And
The tea is amazing. We just
The tea is-
had. What tea was this, Shivankar?
this is SFTG FOP1, but some fancy name tea. I love it. And it tastes amazing, but also
Smells
I mean,
great.